Live
in that area.
special
Good morning.
live
At
life
the moment, we are very much in a
trust
wait and
interview
see space as far as what the impact will
with
actually
David
be. What
Cameron,
we are instead looking at
Yorkshire.
is trying to just emphasise just how
Cargo
fragile
container
and
collision
important the environment this
incident
has
UK
happened is.
25.
Across the Yorkshire coast into the North Sea itself, you've just got these small pockets of protected space, which are fantastic and do give us some of the most important wildlife sites that we've got in this country. But obviously,
This is bad. I hope America pays up for the mess they've made for our ocean across the North Sea.
What are the potential
Donald Trump,
impacts
you
of
owe
the leak on
us
wildlife? What
an
might
apology.
happen?
It is, again, it's very hard to say at this stage because
They make the American market drop even more now.
what might happen,
Oil
what
spill.
might not happen, so we have to try and wait and see.
Not good.
I think the first immediate concern is obviously you've got something going into that marine environment. You are just a couple of miles
Well,
away.
we're doing better than they are, and Europe's doing better, stronger than ever.
We know we have things like fish nurseries, where we have quite a number of rare sort of species on the seafloor as well, where you've got the kelp forests, where you've got the seagrass meadows. So the first concern is obviously toxic substances getting into that and what impact that will have.
Not good.
That also then has a knock-on effect to birds breeding on the coast at places like
breeding season.
Cliffs. And that has a problem because if it affects their food source by affecting the birds, the fish that are in the waters, that affects the birds that are then trying to feed up the chicks that they are hatching, rearing this spring.
Exactly.
Many people might not know the significance of this area for wildlife. How important is it?
I know it very well.
It's phenomenally important. Between the protected areas that you've got in the North Sea, the cliffs at Flamborough, and then you've got the Humber Estuary.
You've got the oil rigs to the north, the North Sea as well.
The Humber Estuary is one of the most designated protected spaces that we have in many ways, but it's also a very busy shipping lane. And it's important for a number of reasons, one of which is the fact that at this time of year, you've got a whole range of wildfowl and waders which have come in from Scandinavia, from Russia, from Northern Europe. They come to this place because they want to feed on the mudflats there. Obviously, a concern here is if pollutants are getting into the system, is that could affect the food in those mudflat systems, also the birds that are feeding on them. And we are talking about hundreds of thousands of birds that come here.
This is bad.
And it emphasises really how one of the problems we have in this country is we don't have enough space for nature. So you do end up with everything congregating in very small spaces. And when that is impacted by something like this, those birds, they don't have anywhere else to go.
David Craven from the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust, thank you.
There you go, guys. This is quite serious.
On breakfast by the government's housing minister, Matthew Pennycook. Good morning to you. We'll speak to you about your own brief and changes within housing in just a moment. But can we just start with what's been happening in the North Sea? A lot of concern there for people living along the East Yorkshire coast. What's the government's
Whitby,
belief
York,
this morning about the situation? The latest?
Hull. Not good. Especially the beaches. Could affect the tourists in East Ham, Yorkshire.
Go to the Coast Guard.
People won't want to go to the beach to hear about oil spills.
It is a particularly fast-moving.
It's going to be an absolute massive clear up on the coastline.
Investigations are taking place as to the causes of the crash. That's led by US and Portuguese authorities as the flag.
And the fishermen will lose their livelihoods as well on this. They'll affect the fishermen as well.
In terms of the environmental impact, the potential.
This is devastating.
Are doing work to assess what is the impact on water.
America owes us money now. Donald Trump, pay up.
But we think in terms of things like air quality levels, they are within safe limits as things stand.
Okay, I think we're all watching these pictures and just wondering how on earth
it's your fault, Donald Trump.
Could this have happened? A huge oil tanker, apparently at anchor, visible for miles, in broad daylight, hit by a cargo vessel. There's some wild speculation out there, which I'm sure you'll want to dampen
was it
down.
deliberate?
I mean, people
Who knows?
suggesting, was it foul play, for example?
Yeah.
What's the government's current thinking?
Donald Trump.
Causes?
I wonder.
Well, I'm certainly
Ukraine
not to that speculation about the causes of the crash. I think what is appropriate is that investigation is allowed to take place. As I said, it's being led primarily by the US and Portuguese authorities.
They pay them. Well, the ship into that thing destroyed the North Sea and caused the UK problems.
At this point in time, but we will get to the bottom of why this incident happened.
Okay, let's talk about your own announcements this morning. New legislation being published, the Planning and Infrastructure Bill. It's part of your manifesto.
There you go. I hope that's video. Please subscribe to Sean Simon Jones with the full spirit always. And so watch the videos. It could be a deliberate deployment from Mr. Donald Trump. We can't prove it though. I don't like him. Please subscribe to Sean Simon Jones. That's my conspiracy theory. But whatever you think about it, that's up to you. Please have a thumbs up on the right side screen. Please subscribe to my Sean Simon.